talk about to help people understand what those principles were. So believe it or not, I reached out to Laura 3 or 4 years ago, and I said, Laura, I'm thinking about, I got this idea. I know you're a portrait painter. What would it cost to paint a picture of Colonel Tench Tilghman? She's like, maybe $9,000 or $10,000. And I'm like, okay, that's not happening. Not happening. Our annual budget, folks, was about $650 a year. But about a little more than a year ago, I realized that the Maryland State Art Council was having a public art competition. So I actually wrote 2 proposals because they were being funded by both the state of Maryland, and there was another one being funded by the federal government. And I wrote almost identical proposals. The only real difference was the artist. In one case, it was Laura Era, and I really wanted Laura to be the winning artist because I thought she was the right artist. And the other artist was Nancy Tankersley, who most of you probably recognize if you live or go to the Waterfowl Festival and you're in Talbot County. And Nancy was the artist in the other one. So they did the evaluation, they came back and they said, this is the winning proposal, and it was the one with Laura in it. And so I applied for a grant for $10,000, and so it covered not only Laura's cost to paint the picture, all of her time and effort and expertise, as well as to frame it and to put a nameplate on it. And then we also took some of the money, we're gonna use some of the money from the grant, and I'll pass them out a little bit, little brochures that will go along with this portrait. It's going to be hanging in the Talbot County Courthouse right as you go in the district court chamber. You can't miss it. Literally, it's just to the left of the door. It's going to be like Colonel Tilghman's looking at you before you go into the court. And so right below here, it'll be like, take one free brochure, and it'll have the picture of the portrait on it. In the inside, this is where I mentioned, we have a still living member, as long as I know, probably Jack Stenger, right? Our oldest living member of the chapter. I think he's about 92, 93, 90 what?
98.
98. And Jack is a published author. He's written multiple articles about Colonel Tilghman. And so I used a little one-page bio that he wrote. That's in the middle so people can read and learn about Tilghman. Then on the back, you're going to see Laura's picture as the artist and a little bit about her gallery there in Easton, our websites and Facebook pages, and then the 3 sort of organizations that sponsored this. Of course, the SAR and the Maryland State Arts Council, and because this was funded by the federal government, the National Endowment for the Arts. So this is the big unveiling. Laura, do you want to say anything before, after you unveil about how challenging this was? Yeah. You want to do the official unveiling? We'll do it together? Okay. Take it from the bottom. Now, Laura,
on the papers, you'll have, on the back, there's see that little teeny tiny little, little tiny image of him. It's an only mirrored image. And so it was challenging. And, but I was able to work from that image and also make a couple of other images, the engravings and stuff, to be able to show him. Now that is a profile. So kind of interesting. Yeah, we didn't have a profile. But, and then his, we knew that his eyes were gray, so they were gray hazel. His hair has a little bit of auburn in it, but you know when they powdered their hair and stuff, they did that, like kind of white looks put that in. And he had a ruddy condition, complexion. Complexion. And then it was challenging to do the uniform because, again, what was that? Well, Wes told me that his real uniform is one of the only surviving ones.
Somebody said it's the most complete officer uniform that survived the war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it in Baltimore or not?
It's in Baltimore at the Center for Maryland History and Culture.
Yeah, so I had a picture of that because it's a really interesting collar formation up here, but that's what was on his uniform, the original uniform. And then the real fun part were these epaulets. Oh my God. They have like some kind of an Irish knot or something, you know, that, or Scottish, you know,
Celtic knot.
what is it, Celtic?
Celtic knot.
Yeah, where it goes over and under and around and back and around, you know, and I've never seen that one before. It was interesting to be able to put that on and, I thought it was never things. I love painting these old dead dudes. And, you know, and the neatest part is right at the end. Highlighting the eyes, and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, it almost startles me because all of a sudden it comes alive. You know, until then, you know, you don't really get that. But, anyway, thank goodness, Wes gave me lots of, information about the uniform and, you know, and the kind of look that you're all wearing. And then the title plate here says, Lieutenant Colonel Tench Tilghman, aide-de-camp to George Washington, by Laura Arrow for the SAR.